Hey, what's up everyone? I'm gonna show you guys Nissan. One of the speakers is working right now. I don't know if they're hooked up or not, but right now one's enough for me. Sometimes it goes out when I slam the door too much, but I'm not really too worried about the stereo. I don't think you are either. I'm gonna show you guys that it runs and all the lights are off on the dash. Well, that's the doors open light, but you see the radio went out and there it goes on again. Don't worry about the radio, I'm gonna turn it down. So I just want to show you guys that the car does run, the van runs. It sounds pretty good. And then there's that little spot right there. You see that electrical disconnect thing? I think that's for the rear AC control. And if you can see through there, there's a little rip in the metal. And this tire before I had it had a blowout, and then it damaged that back part there a little bit. And then if you look up underneath there, I'll show pictures. But one of the AC lines is crimped. I don't want to touch it right now. You know, you guys know how under cars it is. But yeah, so the AC, I think that's why it was not getting cold, is because I think it probably leaked all the fluid out. And it's R12, so you can put an R12 back in there if you have any, or you can put 134 in there. And it's pretty easy these days, but you would want to fix that line first. So yeah, I just want to show you guys that it runs. Take it for a little bit. Actually, hold on. Let me put the camera under there so you guys can hear that a little bit. So you know, it's just a regular car, just a regular Nissan. Doesn't seem to have any leaks on it, and it looks like it's got a newer catalytic converter. So here, let me show you guys this is how you check the engine. Look at the engine compartment right here. You got 1, 2, 3, and then you got to make sure it tilts up. And there's a little holder right here, just like the Toyota van pretty much. Whoa. Drop the camera. So then it clips in right there. Sorry about that, I dropped you guys. You alright? So there it is running. Has some good power too for one of these little vans. You know, that was the problem with them, is that they put the bigger motor in there to compete with Toyota, because they're going to run the dual air conditioners and the icebox maker. And they probably just rushed the production because they had the cooling problems. This one's had the recall done, as you can see right there. It's not getting hot or anything. They keep some gas in it. Let me take it around down the street real quick. And here's what I was saying about the seat belt. It's got a little rip right there, but it still works. Okay, so let's do it. I might drag on the front here when I come out, but yeah, gotta go slow and you'll be fine. So I just want you guys to know that the car does run and drive. You can see we're driving it right now. It stops. yeah, it has really good power compared to the Toyotas that I've had. And this is only Nissan van I've ever had before, so I have had some Nissan trucks, so I know their motors are really good. So I'm not gonna go too far with it because I don't have license plates on it, but I'll take it for a little ride around. The transmission's good, you know, feels real smooth. I mean, it's got 200,000 plus miles on it, so you know there's probably little stuff here and there you could fix on. You know, I'm not saying it's 100% perfect. You know, I'm showing you guys the car how it is. I've showed you all the defects that I've seen. Now I figured out what an AC isn't blowing cold because the lines get disconnected. At least that's my guess. I was gonna go, I was looking into recharging it because, you know, it's got the dual AC and the ice box, and that's like one of the main options for this car. Even though it's so rare that it doesn't matter if that really is blowing cold at the moment, because this would be a pretty decent, easy fix, I would think. You know, I mean, all it takes is recharging it with a can of stuff and getting the right connectors. But you'd have to fix that AC line first, and that's the point where I said, you know, I'll fix it if it's easy enough, but I'm not keeping this car, so I'm not doing too much hard work to it. But it is, as you can see, it runs nice. This street is horrible. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's horrible. They really need to put some concrete here. I didn't pick their best one for a ride, but as you can see, it's not making any noise or anything. Maybe like a little jingle here and there, but it's pretty quiet. It feels pretty good overall. And the blinkers all work, the lights all work, the horn works. I'm not gonna use it right now, but I'll think about it. But no, I just wanted to show you guys that it does run. It drives, it steers, it brakes. Pretty good too at that, you know, for 1987. I definitely had some worse ones. I waved to the guy. I didn't just cut him off. But yeah, it feels really smooth. Plus, it's like the only one of these you're gonna see most likely, so I say it's a good one. And it's got overdrive too. The overdrive works. I'm just on the street right now, but it does work. This used to be a 2-lane street right here. In my opinion, they kind of messed it up. This is really confusing now. I like the bike lane and everything. This isn't the street to ride your bike on. They need to repave it. That's crazy. Anyway, that has nothing to do with my car. That's just random information. Oakland, California. We could use some new streets out here. See, it's running normal temperature. Then the speedo is not hooked up. I don't know, it probably disconnected somewhere over the years. But yeah, it runs good, feels good. You know, the brakes could probably stand to be bled, maybe, you know, if it depends how picky you are. They might need pads soon. You know, the last guy I sold a car to complained about the brakes. He said I didn't mention that they were bad, but they weren't bad, you know. It was just, they weren't brand new. So these ones, you know, they're the same. They're not brand new, but they don't make noise. They're not gonna get you in an accident. They'll stop. They feel good. Just depends how picky you are, you know. And at least with this one, it'd be pretty cheap to change. You know, the last car was a Jag. Let me pull up my driveway here so I could see how he would have wanted the brakes to be in better, more life condition. But you know, there was no problem with the car. I did get a neutral feedback because of it. But what can you do? You can't make everyone happy. If you look at the ad, I did a lot in terms of describing the car and my feedback. I'm almost at 1,000 positive feedback, so you know, I never try to hide anything. I always try to show everything, and this sucks. People still give you bad feedback. But anyway, here's the van. Don't pay attention to the spot if you saw it in front of where the van's sitting right now. Usually my Ranger sits right here, and the Ranger leaks some oil. So that's not from this van. The van's been sitting in the back, but you know, it probably has a drop or two on its own, but nothing noticeable. And there it is. I'll just set it down here while I open the garage. So there it is, guys. You can see it's running, it drives. It's at a good temperature. It didn't cut out on me. Brakes good, stops, steers, everything works. Alright, I'm gonna turn it off now. Windshield wipers work. If I think of anything else, I will check it out. And cool. See you guys later.